Hey everybody, Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. We are all set to go with our live stream. I forgot to pull up our thumbnail, our thumbs up, but that's okay. People can tell us how many we have. But anyway, we're going to discuss some of the Amazon FBA restrictions today and how not to be discouraged by that. Okay, so when it comes to resellers and things like that, anything like this that's going to mess with your income really discourages you. And so I definitely want to discuss that today. But we first off want to do some shout outs. When Paul gets over here, he'll start reading some shout outs and things like that. But we definitely want to make sure that you guys are all here and saying hello. I hope you guys got to see my live stream that I did about the Amazon FBA restrictions. We do have those emails we're going to read for you today and how that's going to affect any third-party seller sending things into Amazon. But today is for you guys. You know, my live streams are always for the viewers, and so I would love for you to pepper me with questions about not just Amazon, even though that's kind of a little bit the topic. I would love for you guys to pepper me with questions about Poshmark, about eBay. I know a little bit about Mercari, but I know a lot of you viewers do. So go ahead and throw those questions on there as well, because it's definitely going to make a difference in helping you during this live stream. So a big thank you to all my patrons who faithfully support me every month. A big thank you to those of you who are buying my awesome Hooked on Pickin mugs and my Poshmark ebooks and reseller guides. I'm looking into writing a couple new books for that. So I am also looking for your guys' communication as far as if I were to write another ebook that you've heard me kind of, what kind of a topic would you guys want me to do? I know a lot of you have talked about wanting to know, how do we pick pallets? How do we pick boxes? We're not always the best at that. I mean, I definitely think we're profitable, but if you watched our last unboxing, it was a little bit of a tight window, and part of that was because of the Amazon FBA restriction. That made a big difference, but I do want to encourage you that some of those things that I put on Amazon FBA that you saw from that toy box unboxing, I've sold 2 toy box unboxings already. 2 things from that, one of those trellis games and that retro phone I actually already sold. So even though you don't like to do merch fulfill, or merch fulfill, you know, kind of keeps you from the buy box, it does make it very difficult. You know, it keeps you from the buy box. It is possible to sell online. So do we have some people online?
Yes.
I'm going to pop up our thumbs up window
feel
so I can
free.
keep track of that while you're giving some shout outs.
You bet. Oh, you got that there? Good deal. Deborah says, hey, Heather and Paul, please stay safe. Deborah says, thinking of you guys always. Good morning. Margaret Hall says, hey, Hooks family. David says, hello from Iowa. Christina says, hello. Harold says, poppers? Laugh out loud. No. We should give more. Janet Hooks, my wonderful mother, says, so happy to see you guys. I miss seeing you in person. My mom, you can pray for my mom. She's not feeling very well. She got some kind of flu-like something or other. Probably not the coronavirus, but she's not feeling good.
And she has respiratory issues, so just pray for her extra. Pray extra for Janet.
That's right. So she's on lockdown. Michelle says, hey from the UK. Heather Reynolds says, yay, I'm so glad I get to say hello. You are the reason I resell. Thank you.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Sue says, hello from Wisconsin. Eva, I think it's Eva, could be Eva, says, hi, Heather and Paul. Chelsea, I think it's Chelsea, says, hello from New Jersey. Mark Hicks says, hi, Heather and Paul. Now I have no excuse to ignore my dead pile.
Yes. You are locked in your house. You must start listing.
Donna says, good morning. If I were looking for a specific age group for the mystery toy box, how would I contact you?
Just send me an email at hookedonpickin.com. There's a contact me section. Just leave what name you're going to order it under. So like if you're ordering it for someone else to be shipped, just let me know, because I look at my orders. So go ahead and make the order. I would say, though, it's primarily elementary age. So kind of grade school. And down. Yep. A lot of people have asked to have stuff for teenagers, and teenagers are a little bit all over the map. I've got 2 of them, and they like totally different things. So I try not to do teenagers, but if you have 6th grade and down, I can definitely do a box for that. And if you know of anything that they're specifically liking or that you've seen me unbox, then let me know, because I've got a ton of stuff for those mystery boxes now. There's a couple of unboxings you quite haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
That I added a bunch of extra toys for that. So
Let's see. Deborah says, Janet, prayers your way.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah. Margaret says, prayers for Mama Hooks. Thank you, Margaret. Pat says, hello from Medford, Long Island. Yemi says, hola, everyone, or hello, everyone. God bless this couple. Michelle says, hey, just jumped on.
Awesome.
Hey, if I could take a few moments, you know, one of the things that we do in counseling, in biblical counseling, is we give hope and homework. So here's a little bit of hope coming. This will pass. I know it's not the most pleasant of times, but it will pass. God has a good plan, even in this. And already I've seen some great things. We went out with the food pantry last night. It was Wednesday night is when we give food to the food pantry. Our church does. And
so we changed them all to deliveries
right.
or drive-through pickups instead of them coming through and shopping.
Exactly. We had, I think it was 5 different families. I believe it was 5 different families that have already been asked to be quarantined in their homes. Because they have respiratory issues. They're all over the age of 75. So food is still getting to places. Our Feeding America food truck is still saying, hey, we'd love to keep doing deliveries if you guys stay open. So there's lots of blessings that are happening that way. Plus, we've been able to spend time with our kids and family like we haven't in a long time. I mean, usually they're at a sporting activity where we're sitting in the stands watching them. But now we actually get to play the game, watch the movie with them. Annoy them.
Yes,
doing a lot of
that's
annoying.
His favorite thing is
but,
annoy them.
I've heard of already families in the church that literally sat down at their table and ate a meal together.
Stop the madness.
I didn't know that happened anymore. You know, so I mean, there's some really good blessings that have come from this. I know that people are getting sick and people are passing away, and that's horrible to be able to hear that. Sounds like they're starting to get a handle on it. Lord willing, they will. But some homework for you. Don't let this time pass you without doing something special with your family. Do something.
Make a plan, because that's the biggest thing is you're going to get to the end of these 2 weeks. Hopefully it's only 2 weeks. And you'll go, man, I should have done. And so just put it on your calendar right now. You may not be a schedule person. I am not a schedule person. I don't really like to schedule things. I mean, I have to because of my kids and stuff, but I don't like to. And so I have already bugged him about, hey, let's play a board game. And he was trying to think this morning, what board game can I choose that I won't
lose my mind?
Yeah, he's not a big board game fan, and I love it, and the kids love it, but he's not a big fan. So I do have a version of Ticket to Ride that's not as long as a normal Ticket to Ride. So hey, we can travel without the even though we can't travel.
That's right. Also, I know this is going to maybe put a difficult time on your business. Still, we're getting boxes and pallets. We've seen sales slow to a certain degree, but even things we've put on Merch Fulfill have sold. So I would say we might be running 80% of where we were, but not too bad. And I can't tell if it's because of the coronavirus or is just maybe we don't have enough spring and summer clothing on Poshmark, that kind of thing. So take some homework time for your business too. If you've got a pile you haven't listed, now's the time.
Yes, that dead pile you were talking about, Mark, get to it.
Also, if you're just selling on Amazon and they threw you a big curve with this, start thinking about, should I transition to certain things on eBay, on Poshmark, diversify?
Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. Like, I actually have someone coming to pick up something, hopefully tonight, on Facebook Marketplace. That red ATV.
Right, great.
Yeah, so.
Also, think about opening your own website. Think through that a little bit. Just start investigating different ways. It could be a good time for your business, too, to grow in that.
Don't stress yourself out, though. You're not going to create calculus, like as was done during one of the big lockdowns for some sort of a plague.
Yeah, the bubonic plague. What was it? Somebody invented the theory of gravity, and something else.
Calculus, something like that.
Calculus, I think it was, yeah. So take heart, God is not dead. He sees what's going on.
We also, our youth pastor also put a devotional out on our Westgate Baptist Church page. That's always linked in the description below. So if you need some encouragement, he did about a little bit of it was about a 19-minute little devotional.
Pastor Josh, he's great.
He's awesome.
He's great.
He definitely loves the Lord and loves people. And so check that out if you need some encouragement. And then he'll be preaching on Sunday morning at his normal time.
Right,
So
10:15 we'll be live.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Harold says, what is your favorite tool to use for seeing how much an item has sold for in the past on eBay besides the tools they have?
Really, to be honest, the eBay app, and you click the completed listings item, because when you click completed listings, it gives you the date that it sold, and it also gives you what it sold for. The only thing it does not give you is if someone did an offer. And so that's the only thing it doesn't show you. But the nice thing about it dating everything is if it's a seasonal item, you can see, oh, it's been 2 months since this item has sold, and you can look and see why.
Right. Gina says, hi, everyone. It's still raining in San Diego, and it is raining here, too.
It is raining here, too, but it's like 60 degrees.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Christina says, I'm getting ready to try selling on Poshmark and Mercari. I have a lot of clothes.
Perfect.
Laugh aloud, but I also have art that I'll be posting. My question, I guess, have you ever sold art on those platforms?
Yes, we have sold some wall art.
Yes,
my
we did.
recommendation for you is to make sure that it weighs less than 5 pounds, even if it's bundled with something else, because you as the seller do have to pay the extra shipping fees if something weighs a lot. And so with those household items or art items, just make sure that it's something small and lightweight, just so that you're not killing yourself and losing all your profits in having to buy those extra heavyweight, shipping labels. So 5 pounds is the cutoff for using the one that they send, the label they send to you. After that, you do have to pay extra fees for the stuff that weighs more.
Exactly. David is just saying there's been some folks that have passed away in the UK. Yeah, here too. Diane says, hello from Pennsylvania. Watched you in Walmart. I work there. Unbelievable.
And that was Monday.
Yeah.
So that was Monday of this week. So I can't imagine what it looks like now.
She says, breathe, meditate, pray. That is right. It will pass.
Yes.
God bless. Sarah says, Christina, I see a lot of art on Poshmark. I'm not sure how fast it moves, though. Yep.
We have sold some.
Yeah, I think it's a little slower. Everything we've sold in the home category, because they didn't always have that category.
So people don't really, when they think of Poshmark, they think clothing.
They're thinking clothes.
They don't think home. So like we've sold makeup, we've sold jewelry, we've sold some home decor, and all of those sell a little bit slower than the regular clothing.
I find they sell the best when somebody will bundle them with, they were looking for a shirt and they say, oh, look at that candle. And they throw it in their bundle.
Yeah.
Deborah Chioni donated $5.
Thanks. Got my coffee.
A little bit of love from me and my boys, she
Awesome.
says. All right, let me find out where I was at here. Let's see. Michelle says, or Michael says, hello. Wally says, hi. Deborah says, a little good comes out of a little bad. We need to focus on the positive and do as much as we can to limit the spread of the virus. Absolutely. Sarah says, hello from England. Christina says, thank you, Sarah. Elsie says, late to the show, can we still send into FBA at this time?
Okay, let's go ahead. That's a good segue. Let me read this email that I got from Amazon. This was actually sent out Tuesday morning at 7:59 a.m. my time, so Central Standard Time. It's about the COVID-19. So they're temporarily prioritizing products coming into the fulfillment centers. So basically what that means is you can't send into FBA anything unless it's in the categories that Paul's going to tell you here in a minute. But let me just read you the email directly from what they sent me. Hello, Fulfillment by Amazon. We are closely monitoring the developments of COVID-19 and its impact on our customers, selling partners, and employees. We are seeing increased online shopping as well as a result. Some products such as household staples and medical supplies are out of stock, like toilet paper. With this in mind, we are temporarily prioritizing household staples, medical supplies, and other high-demand products coming in to our fulfillment centers so that we can more quickly receive, restock, and deliver these products to customers. For products other than these, we have temporarily disabled shipment creation. We are taking a similar approach with retail vendors. So it's not just you that's being affected, it's the Staples online that's being affected, it's the Walmart that's selling on Amazon being affected, it's the Costco. All of those are also being affected. This will be in effect through April 5th of 2020. And we will let you know once we resume regular operations. Shipments created before today will be received at the fulfillment centers, which means if you shipped it before the 17th, that means they'll still accept it. But if you have not batched that order out and slapped that UPS label on, then you cannot send it in. I actually had an order in process of a bunch of toys that I was not able to ship, and so I actually just simply put it in a box. I'm going to wait till April 5th and see if I can ship it in. If not, I will start putting those things merchant fulfill on Amazon. So I can still sell merchant fulfill anything I want. It's just they don't want to be processing things that are not the staples that we're going to talk about here in a minute. Okay, so they do have a help page. They said, please note that selling partner support does not have further guidance. So don't call them because they're going to tell you what this email says. We understand this is a change to your business and we did not take this decision lightly. We're working around the clock to increase capacity. And yesterday, which was Monday, they're opening 100,000 new full and part-time jobs at the fulfillment centers across the U.S. We appreciate your understanding as we are prioritize the above products for our customers. Thank you for your patience in participating in FBA. So I think with the hiring of all the new employees and the demand, evens out for some of those household items, that's when they'll kind of open it back up for us to send in regular stuff. Now, don't be discouraged. I unboxed a toy box and put... So I had 2 bulk boxes. You saw the first one where I actually made the listing, and that's the shipment that I couldn't send in. I did another one that you have not yet seen, that I added a bunch of new stuff for our mystery boxes. But I also put all of those toys on Merchant Fulfill that I could. And I've actually already sold 2 things off Merchant Fulfill from that already. So yes, I would have made a little bit more money, but my fees aren't as high. I'm not paying the storage fees. I'm not having to ship it with UPS, all of that kind of stuff. And so I still have sold 2 things already on Merchant Fulfill that I didn't expect to sell. Both of those things, there were other items at the warehouse, but I just undercut the shipping and I just priced it a little bit lower. Yeah. So, can you tell us what categories we can sell in, and then we'll get to some.
Margaret Hull donated $5. She said
Thanks.
Coffee and a Coke Zero.
Awesome.
Deal. You can tell Heather's had her coffee.
I talk really fast.
It's a lot of words. This is my life.
Yes.
Okay. Inventory Lab helped us with what categories specifically. So Amazon is still accepting anything that you send in that has the category of baby products, health and household, beauty and personal care, including personal care appliances, grocery, industrial and scientific, and pet supplies. So let's say you just sell health and household stuff, it's not going to affect you at all. They're wanting that stuff right now.
Or if you got a bulk box that has some of those items in it.
Yep.
Basically what happens when you scan the item and try to add it to your order, it'll just give you an error message. So you can just try scanning everything and seeing what's going to go and what's not going to go. But merchant fulfilling it is definitely an option. And I just put everything in a bin that I merch fulfilled, and then I can always come back once I get reinstated and just relist all of that.
The nice thing about merch fulfill are the fees are lower. Yeah. So you potentially can make a little more depending on how it sells and what it sells for. So
I will also try to. I'm going to put a screenshot of this email and the list as well. I'll screenshot that and add that to my Facebook page and my Patreon page just so that you guys can look it over yourselves if you want. So after we get off of this, I'll do that for you guys.
Word Vendor says that they'd like to see you write a book explaining how to get started with each venue, Amazon, Poshmark, etc. Okay. What inexpensive websites we might use for our store or specific of your web store. Also, what does FBA stand for?
Fulfillment by Amazon.
Fulfillment by Amazon. You send the product actually to an Amazon warehouse and they take care of the shipping and processing. Let's see. Another question. What inexpensive websites we might use for our store or specific of your web store? specifics of your web store. We used Shopify to build our web store.
Yeah, because we knew primarily it was going to be for the purpose of selling products. Now, there's other websites that focus more on blogging, focus more on other things like that, but ours was specific for selling items.
Right, and we have not written a book about Amazon and eBay, but she has written an ebook about Poshmark, which is excellent. So there you go, word vendor. The JJ Resell team says, hi, peeps.
Hey.
Deborah says, honestly, I have to say I am so blessed to have my twin boys home with me for the rest of the semester and the entire summer. Sorry it happened this way, but I'm enjoying being locked in with them. Yes, yes. I think it's going to turn out to be a bigger blessing to a lot of families than they originally thought.
Well, and I would say, too, if you know anybody that lives alone, you might want to just put them on a list to call from time to time, because those are the people that I'm the most concerned about. Like, we have a list of people that are kind of our elderly that we know that are going to be basically become shut-ins right now. And so, him and our other associate pastor are probably going to, make steps to reach out to them and encourage them from time to time, just because they don't get to connect with people except for when they come to church. And so I remember talking to a lady when I told her we were basically canceling the services and live streaming for 2 weeks. She's like, oh, I'm going to have the worst weeks then. And I was like, well, you can still see us on live stream. And she's like, it's not the same. Yep. And it isn't. You don't get to see everybody.
Yep. I got a lot of questions to try to catch up here. Sorry. The JJ Resell team says, I watch all your videos. We do our church online right now also.
Awesome.
Yes. I think a lot of churches are with the 10 per person thing. Lynn says, hiya from Glasgow, Scotland. Awesome. Wally says, hey, let's see how many $5 are super chats you can get the way parking have some soda, Cokes. I think it auto-corrected on you.
Yeah, so he's basically saying, let's see how many $5 super chats we can get.
That's right.
We're up to 25 thumbs up.
Awesome. The JJ Resell team says, y'all are inspiring to me. Very good.
Awesome.
Let's see. Gtown03 Boy says, what restrictions are on FBA as far as sellers sending stuff in?
We just went over that. Basically, unless you're sending in, you can't send anything into FBA. You can merch fulfill anything you want that you're already ungated in. You might actually want to take this opportunity to try to ungate in household, because they might let you right now. But baby products, health and household, beauty and personal care, including personal care appliances like toothbrushes, curling irons, grocery, industrial and scientific, and pet supplies are the only categories they're allowing into the warehouse, and that's for third-party FBA resellers and their retailers that sell on Amazon as well. So it's affecting the big guys too.
Very good. Let's see. Naomi says, hey guys, praying for everyone's health and safety. God is able. Yes. Well, let's see. Heather doesn't need any coffee. She's hyper enough. Absolutely.
I'm only hyper because you should have seen me an hour ago. I was like the Walking Dead.
That's right. JJ Resell team says, I also work at Walmart in Beaverton, Oregon. Aline Robinson says, hi, Heather and Paul from Perth, Australia.
Hey, Aline, I got your shipment already en route. It got picked up yesterday.
Very good. 301 Kerner says, we're looking at buying cases with men's clothing in it. How does this sell compared to women's?
On Poshmark men's shirts, if you can get the larger sizes, like anything that's going to be 1X or larger, sells great on Poshmark. Shoes for men
shoes do
awesome.
Pretty good.
I actually am getting ready to do a shoe box, a massively huge shoe box from Honcho Wholesale. If you were watching, you'll actually see it get delivered on one of my videos that I'm going to put out later this week. So the UPS guy knocked on the door while we were listing. But yeah, so men's shoes and plus size men's clothing.
Right. Jackets do pretty good. Everything will eventually sell. It's just at the price point. It seems like I have to drop the men's clothing down pretty low.
Yeah, if it's a large or
to
a
get
medium,
it to sell. Women's clothes, I don't have to drop that as quickly. If I've got something with a good brand on it, if it's something from Target, well,
and we're talking primarily Poshmark too.
Right.
Because that's where we primarily sell our clothes.
James says, hi from Cyprus. Bar and restaurants are closed, but food shops are still open. Yep.
Awesome.
Charlene says, hello from northern Michigan. My area still has 12 inches of snow.
Oh, my stars.
But can't get out to see the rest of the city. David says, Premier League. Great. Ashley says, hello from Southern Illinois. Heather and Paul, Murfreesboro, Marion, and Carbondale in Southern Illinois has its first case of coronavirus. Yes, we heard that too.
We have one in our county.
Yeah. This, that, and the other two.
I like that
says,
name.
hi from New Braunfels, Texas. Michael says, as of the whole virus thing, 80% of my business is on eBay, 20% still goes through Amazon. Yep.
Okay.
Gina says, can Inventory Lab be used with eBay?
No, it's just as far as I know, I think it's just Amazon.
Correct. Jason,
they do have a button where you, when you're listing on Amazon, you can click that button to see comparable prices on eBay.
Right. Jason says, do you think the Pale Horseman has been let out? No, I do not. You're talking about the four horses of the apocalypse found in the Revelation. The Pale Horse isn't the first horse that's released, so no, it's not. This is more what is it, Mark chapter, what did I go over recently? 17? No, 16.
16, I think.
Look at Mark chapter 16.
Yeah, it was Mark 16.
Mark chapter 16 talks about, Jesus is talking about a little bit of the end times, and he talks about various troubles to occur, like they're the beginning of birth pains. But really what he's just saying is these are the common things that will happen. Everything gets a lot worse in the end times. This isn't that. And it would be out of order if you're big into prophecy.
He did a whole study on Revelation.
Yeah.
He also preached an entire sermon this last Sunday on Mark chapter 16. So check that out on our stream, and you'll get kind of a detailed answer.
Right. You would have to, if I remember my order, it's what I'm trying to remember the order how it goes now, but I think the Pale Horse is the third horse. So, and that's supposed to follow a war. So, which we don't have in the situation. Anyway.
Okay.
Besides the point, sorry, kind of off topic, but hey, it's for funsies, you know.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get to where we were at there. Mark Hicks says, you can only sell certain items within those categories that have been designated as high demand. I've tried several items with those categories, and they were blocked. Yes, I think they're getting pickier and pickier even in those categories. Yep. You are correct. Yemi says, can you give us an idea how to calculate the shipping on Shopify?
Oh, Shopify, I normally just put the weight in and do calculated shipping just like on eBay. You do get a little bit of a discount the same way you do on eBay, but just make sure that you put in a number that's going to be it's going to be your packaging and your item. And so if your item weighs 1.5 pounds, generally with packaging, it's going to weigh a little more than 2 pounds. So you put in 2 pounds, 3 ounces, and it'll automatically calculate based on the location of the person. One thing that I recently did, which I wish I would have done sooner, was I did add other options on my Shopify store for shipping. I did not have UPS as an option, but I noticed that a lot of my heavier items, or if you're shipping overseas, sometimes it's a little bit cheaper to ship UPS or DHL or something like that. So I added all those other options for people to ship, and that seemed to increase people buying on my store just simply because they could get cheaper shipping rates. Because like priority mail could be like $25 to ship the same thing that you could ship for $14 or $15 UPS. So just remember that, and I would do calculated shipping unless it's something that is extremely light. And if it's under a pound, you're going to pay maximum of $5 if it's stateside, and then I always usually do calculated shipping for anything international.
Sharkfin says, hey guys, just got on, but wanted to ask you if you've ever bought a case or pallet from Quick Lots.
We have looked at them.
I know of Quick Lots. I have not purchased anything.
We know some friends that have bought from Quick Lots.
That's true, I do, and they did okay-ish. I have looked at their clothing lots. The thing that kind of scares me a bit is no manifest, and they won't tell me what store it came from, so I don't want to spend $300 get a
Target load.
A Target load. I mean, Target will sell. It's just not for much,
right? In
my opinion. So I'm trying to find better brands, or maybe something that was on Amazon or something of that nature. But check them out. They are a pretty good little website.
Just as a reminder, last week I did a special promo that I was giving basically 10% off on if you buy 2 or more items from my Hooked on Pickin store. That is still good through today. So if you go to hookedonpickin.com, and that even includes any of my reseller helps, my Poshmark book, all of that. So you can get 10% off on anything on my store. I also did add a ton of new stuff. And so check that out. I also, if you shop my Poshmark store, some people ask, where is my Poshmark store? I always have the link in the description, but it is under Paul Hooks because he created it.
Right.
Because I am resistant to change. And so usually he creates stuff and then I explode it. And so
I create
in a good way.
She takes it over and makes
more money.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I did add probably 30 new items yesterday to our Poshmark store. So check that
out. This, that, and the other two says ordered 4 bulk cases. I'm loving the items. I've already made $31.
Awesome.
Wally says all the super chats are for Paul so he can get his Coke Zero.
Yes. Awesome.
Thank you, Wally, for looking out, man.
Yeah, he's got to keep up with my crazy talking.
Riblets Gaming says, hi, guys. Dana says, I love my high knee boots that I ordered from Poshmark. I'm sitting here with my coffee watching my favorite resellers.
Awesome, thanks.
Word Vendor 1 says, the difficult time is an introvert's dream. I'm riding my heart out, baking bread for elderly neighbors and doing home improvements. I know.
Nice.
I know, there's lots of honey-do lists getting done right now. Dana donated $4. Thank you, Dana. Looks like coffee, though. Little bird or pear giving you
That's
coffee.
Coke Zero in there.
I don't think so.
We're at 36 thumbs up. If you don't know where the thumbs up button, you can just close your chat window. It should be right there, and then open it back up.
That's right. Uncle Stumpy says, hi from Utah. We're all shook up. Posh and Mercari are easy to start selling on. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Deborah says, I would be happy to take some numbers from you and call people who are alone to help spread love. Very good. Deborah's a very kind individual.
She is kind. She's awesome.
Riblets Gaming says, well, for a bit, I'll get to catch your lives. I was put on standby from work yesterday. I work in daycare, and I'm at a high risk for the COVID-19. A perk is I get to see you live. Well,
nice.
Great.
Yeah, hopefully you guys got to catch that evening one we did on Tuesday. That was definitely a different time than we normally go live, but we wanted to make sure we talked about this Amazon restriction.
As soon as we get it out there. Decor Moore says, good morning from Helen. Layla says, I use YouTube as a stress relief, and it seems like everyone is talking about the virus. YouTube is now a stress causer.
Well, hey, we're talking about reseller and
don't let it freak you out too much.
I do have some solutions, too, that I'm going to talk about towards the end of this video of if you're restricted on Amazon FBA, what are some of the steps that I have actually taken to kind of alleviate the stress? Because it does stress me out, too.
Aline Robinson says, thank you for that. Cannot wait for my order to come. The Wells Mom says, I'm late. Do you still recommend getting started with FBA? I keep thinking I need to get on the phone with Heather and hash out my fears.
Okay, so if you want to do a consultation call, call me. I'll definitely walk you through it. FBA right now until April 5th is kind of in lockdown mode as far as being able to send stuff to the warehouse, but you can still merch fulfill anything you want that you're ungated in on Amazon. And so you can still sell on Amazon. You just have to ship it yourself instead of being able to ship it all to the warehouse.
Now, if you're sitting on a warehouse of toilet paper, Amazon would love to have you right now.
Yes. If you've got hand sanitizer, toilet paper.
Yeah. Just don't price gouge. Just make a good profit, but just don't go crazy on it, all right? Good gravy. Let's see. The JJ Resell team donated $5.
Awesome. Thanks, JJ Resell team.
And we are blacked out.
Oh, buffering.
Oop.
Let me check.
Wait. I think we're back. Are we back? I think we're back.
We're back.
Let me wave.
See if it comes in.
Okay, it's coming in.
Okay.
JJ Resell team donated $5. Says, for prayers and good luck between fellow businessmen and women, thank you for all you do.
Awesome.
Phyllis says, just a quick break during a crazy work day. Thanks for being part of our world. Take care. Praise God for all circumstances.
And I hope you guys are still enjoying the fact that we're putting a video out every single day, just like normal.
That's right.
So it's still normal around here. I do regular unboxings and all that stuff. The other day, I literally did a toy unboxing.
I have lots of questions.
And I opened a toy.
I have lots of questions.
I know, I'm ignoring him.
Good.
It was about a pandemic. All right, I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee and let you talk.
Drinking the coffee is the problem. Zaire says, hello, everyone. Do you think men's suits sell well and which platform? Thank you. Be safe.
Yes.
We have sold men's suits.
Yeah.
We have sold men's suits. On Poshmark, we have. I used to sell them on eBay. I used to sell blazers on eBay.
Yeah, we've been selling suits on Poshmark. It depends on the size. It seems like when you have a larger size, like any of those, like size 48 or larger, boom, they sell out right away. But a lot of times in the bulk boxes, we get like size 36 or 40, which is more like my freshman in high school son's size. So unless you're a skinny dude, you're not wearing that size. But they do sell, and they always sell for a pretty decent profit. Even those smaller ones will sell for around 30, 40 bucks.
That's right. The JJ Resale team says, surprising, our eBay business is doing well.
Good.
And we blacked out again.
We're buffering. I bet the kids are awake.
That's probably it. We're back.
Okay. I think our children are awake.
Forgive us if it keeps going in and out. Let's see. Yes, JJ Resale team says, surprising, our eBay business is doing well. People probably will start shopping online a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Eva Lewis says, on a personal note, please pray for my granddaughter. She has genetic disease and is extremely vulnerable during this pandemic. Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Definitely pray for her.
Dana says, I believe that this virus has come because this country is divided. In America, everyone takes what we have for granted and not good enough. We have to learn to understand what we have and are blessed. You know, it may have, it could have some good effects of that. You know, getting families closer together, which is always a positive. And just think of all the children that will be born 9 months from now.
I know. December's going to be a baby boom, like when all the soldiers came home.
More than one way to grow a church. Let's see. Sarah says, bought a clothing mystery box from Quick Lots. I'll let you know how it turns out. Thank you. I'd like to know, Sarah. Rita says, hi, guys. Just got on. Have you tried MBA trading? No.
M, like as in
mom? M as in mom, BA trading.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
Praying for y'all. God bless you. This, that, and the other two says, is there a way you can get around using a credit card to sell on eBay? I don't want to open a credit card just to sell on Amazon.
I think we used our business debit card.
Yeah, you can use a debit card.
We're also connected via PayPal.
Yeah.
So that's the biggie with our eBay store.
Correct. Jason says, I bought a pallet of Amazon stuff, high piece pallet, and I got a bunch of fake Louis Vuitton belts and phone cases. Can I do anything with them?
Well, list them as lookalikes or knockoffs, but you might be able to sell them.
I know there's regulations on eBay and on Poshmark about it. I think if you're upfront about the fact that this is a fake bag, but I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to read the policies, but you'll find it. Just Google it. You'll find the policy. You may be able to list
it as a lookalike or something like that. Not authentic. Maybe putting that in the description.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I would look at those policies so you don't get your account spent. Don't send them to Amazon.
No.
Whatever you do, don't. No. Even if they say, sure, don't do it. Lorian Fan 81 says, just got here. Hope everyone is safe and healthy. Margaret Hall says, you're back. Thank you. Ashley says, hey guys, I sent you a Facebook message tip, help with your food bank and food pantry. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Layla says, how are the kids? They're doing good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Doing good. Wish they could go back to school. They miss their friends.
My son was awake before we got on the live stream. My girls sleep in. They're ridiculous. But he was doing his homework. He's a high school student, but he's got college courses, like dual enrollment courses. So he's trying to make sure he stays up on those as a freshman. So
exactly.
He was finishing up his homework.
LM Lambert says, thank you for your positive and caring spirit. The JJ Resale team says, what kind of camera and mic equipment do you use?
We use our Samsung Galaxy S8. That's my phone that we're pretty much using for a camera. It has the most clarity, and it streams well. And then as far as our microphone, we bought these dual lavaliers. If you send me an email, I can send you the link to these dual lavaliers, which is 2 microphones that are connected. And then I also use a wireless mic that I only paid $50 for. So once I got the wireless one, that made life a little bit easier. But if you just shoot me an email, I'll send you the links for those.
Very good. Nicole says, how do you do bulk pricing updates on Amazon FBA?
Bulk pricing updates?
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't utilize that. I just individually go through every item and price adjust. I like to know what I'm price adjusting that way. Wally says, Heather, no more coffee for you. Laugh out loud. Yep.
It's
Deborah
all
says, you
gone.
guys are not going in and out. For me, don't worry about it.
Okay, great.
Glad to hear. Dana says, a new bunch of baby boomers, next generation, laugh out loud. They won't be the baby boomers, they'll be the Corona kids.
The Corona kids.
Superfast says, hooked on picking that good life. Have any board games you have suggest for families to play during this time? Like Scattergories. It's not a board game, but it's a fun game. Scattergories we've done.
We like Ticket to Ride. And
Ticket to Ride is fun.
Our 10-year-old loves that one.
Yes, she can play that one.
So, I mean, if you've got kind of 8 to 10 and up.
Quelf. Quelf is a cool game.
What other ones do we play? Oh, Exploding Kittens is hilarious.
Yeah,
it's a card game.
Those are quick games, too.
Yeah, they don't take forever.
We like old school Racco. You know Racco?
Yeah, Racco.
Racco can be fun.
Hey, we can bust out your Axis and Allies game.
Yeah, it's at the church. But yeah, I could go to the church and get it, though. I loved Axis and Allies. Man, I got into that so much.
Our youth group would play it where they literally would come early to youth group and like verse each other and stuff. That was kind of funny.
I mean, you can break out the Monopoly.
The Game of
Classic.
Life. Oh, if you want to do some sort of like a digital game, they have this game on PS4. And I might be on some other game systems.
Oh, probably.
They're called Jackbox games, where if you have a mobile device, then everybody can tune in and play those, and you get to like design shirts and things like that.
That is a fun game, and that one's a clean one. Every once in a while, they'll throw in something like, "Whoa, why did you say that?" On that. But like, there's this T-shirt game where you design T-shirts. It's really hilarious.
Like everybody draws 3 pictures, and then everybody writes 3 phrases, and then it jumbles them all up and creates T-shirts, and then you have to vote on and then everybody in the room votes on their favorite one. But basically, all you have to do is have a mobile device. So you punch in this code, and then your phone connects to the game. And so, like, our kids have tablets, and so they can use their tablets or iPads or whatever, and it's really, really fun because it's really random.
Yep. Let's see here.
And you can download it. You don't have to go to a store to buy it. You can actually just download it onto your system.
Harold says, everyone whose business is slow right now needs to keep in mind that money is being spent on essentials right now. It's tax time, so don't lower your prices. Sales will pick up soon. Yes, I agree.
I agree with that, too.
I agree, Harold. Nancy says, oh, hi, first time live. How cool.
Hi, live.
Welcome, Nancy.
Welcome to the Hooked on Pickin' craziness.
One of my pastor's daughters named Nancy. Real smart girl.
She is super smart.
Daniel says, do you guys sell on Mercari?
We do not.
We don't.
We might, though. If Amazon disappears, we might.
Well, Amazon won't disappear, but if they,
block us out,
then JJ Resell Team says, awesome. Lambert says, love the 5-second rule game. Haven't played that one.
5-second rule.
Haven't played that
I
one.
have a bunch of board games I just got in a box.
Ooh, I like Over and Under. Over Under. We played that with our
Home Builders
Church Group. Over and Under is great. All you have to do is guess over or under.
It'll give you a number like, how many hamburgers do Americans eat in
a year?
In the United States?
And then they'll give you a number, like they'll say like 5 million.
Yeah.
And then is it over or under that? It's a great fun game.
That is a really fun one.
Let's see. Michael, I think it's Michael, says, in your opinion, is it worth selling on Poshmark to move clothing?
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's the quickest way we move clothing at all.
Yep. Margaret Hall says, the C19 baby boomers, laugh aloud. Most common baby names will be Charmin and Scott. Yeah.
That was amazing.
That is good.
Charmin and Scott.
Good deal. Anybody named Scott? Oh, I know when you were born. Yeah, probably.
Oh, my word. That was hilarious.
DeLorean Fan 81 says, Phase 10 is a great family game card game.
Oh, yeah, we play Phase 10. Yep.
Stacy donated $5. Just says, just wanted to say hey and thank you for keeping us entertained during this madness.
Sure, thanks, Stacy.
Eva says sales have been non-existent for me on Poshmark for a couple of months, and I had one sale on eBay on March 5th, but have not been paid. I'm trying to be patient, praying for things to improve. Eva, are you sharing on Poshmark? If you don't share, then
you won't make sales.
Yeah, you won't.
Yeah, you have to share.
So
our sales have slowed a bit.
they have.
But when we look back,
that's characteristic.
That's characteristics for February, March, April-ish. You know, I think life is.
As soon as
busy.
people get their tax money, it seems to jump. Let's see. The JJ Resell team says email has been sent.
Awesome.
Oh.
He wanted to know about the microphones, I think.
Oh, great. Yeah. Wally says, I don't want to get any boxes until I get a business name and all the paperwork. I would need a business license and all that stuff before I buy any boxes or cases. Well, you don't have to have that.
Yeah, you can buy as an individual or sole proprietor from a lot of, like Bulq, I don't think requires a reseller license. You can do
Some have started more and more.
Via trading, I don't think you need one.
I don't know. I can't remember that one.
Yeah.
Deborah says, check out Hooked on Pickin for games to entertain you and your kids. Yeah, we've got some.
Yeah, we do have some.
Word Vendor 1 says, I think you two are so good at diverse product offerings and marketing. It's helpful watching how you work. I have a beginning plant, nursery, and cut flower business, and I've taken ideas from you.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
That's cool. Hey, whatever we can do to help you, that'd be awesome. David Zika says, what kind of type of scanner do you use for items?
It's just called a wireless barcode scanner. You shouldn't pay more than $30 for it.
There are very expensive ones out there, but you don't really need that.
Mine just has a USB little plug-in thing like you get with a wireless mouse. So as long as it has that and a charging cable, you're good.
20 to 40 bucks?
20 to 40 bucks. Don't pay any more than that. A lot of people ask me to link the one I bought, but the listing changes price all the time, and so I don't want to put a link in there. Just look up wireless barcode scanner, and then just make sure it has like a little USB plug-in for it.
Nancy says, I'm thinking of reselling some of my vintage collectibles on Poshmark. Any suggestions? I'm sure you could. The nice thing about that, Nancy, is that it's not going to charge you anything until something sells.
Yeah, you don't pay any fees until it sells. Vintage collectibles, though, I would lean towards putting it on eBay.
I probably would too. But
try it on Poshmark first, and if you find that it's not moving, then move it to eBay, because Poshmark, like you said, no fees.
If you're just starting, eBay may have some fees, of course, for that. They do give you some amount of free listings from time to time, but so think that through. But Poshmark, you'd have to be in the home category, and you'd have to share like a crazy person.
Share like a crazy. You got enough time right now, right? We're at 46 thumbs up.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Nancy says, what is sharing? Sharing is when you're on your Poshmark app, you share it to the feed of everyone that has followed your store. It doesn't send them an alert. It just goes to the top of their feed.
Their homepage. So like when they pop open Poshmark, you want your item to be within the first 10. And if it's been 2 hours since you shared, it's going to be at the bottom of their list. But if it's been 5 minutes since you shared, it's going to be seen by your followers. Also, anytime someone follows you or shares something of yours, you should go and share their closet. That's how you gain followers. So it's gaining followers similar to YouTube, but a lot easier to gain followers.
It's supposed to be like a social media platform, I think, is their big thing.
My Poshmark E-book walks you through that. It also walks you through how to get good sales and keep your closet cleaned up, and also to keep your inventory current. So if you want to check that out, it's a digital download ebook. It also has YouTube videos attached in the ebook that you can go to that walk you through sharing. Like I literally do a screen share of the phone, and I do a screen share of the desktop on how you share on both of those. And so if you get the ebook, and it's not very expensive, go to hookedonpickin.com.
Right. Let's see here. Rivlets Gaming says, Superfast Tortoise and I are learning a lot from you two and making plans to start our own reselling business.
Awesome.
You two are inspiring to people like us that have no clue what we are doing. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Michelle says, Mercari right now is having a special where if you list 10 plus items, you get $20. One coupon.
So good time to start.
Oh, and you get a coupon to enter to win $500. You know, Poshmark sort of things like that. They'll put you in drawings. We've never won, but they put you in drawings to win $100 or $1,000, which is kind of nifty.
One thing that's cool with Poshmark, they occasionally have campaigns that they run, and so you as a seller, like if you just do a little social media video or something like on Facebook, you can get $10 of Poshmark credit, and things like that. So
correct.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ashley says there's 90 people on. Everyone thumbs up. Michelle says, so if you're interested, I join now on Mercari.
Yeah.
Nancy says, what about Mercari? I think it's a pretty good platform.
Yeah. We bought off Mercari. We just haven't sold.
We have purchased, and that was fine, but we have not sold on Mercari.
We have a lot of irons in the fire when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of platforms we sell on.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just trying to keep track of the ones that we're selling on now. Let's see. Layla says someone named their baby Corona out there. Yeah, I could see that. Angel says I love Mercari. There are several people that get on here on YouTube that say they enjoy Mercari. So
I'm going to reread the email that I got from Amazon, because initially we came on and we were going to talk about the Amazon restrictions, but I want to give you guys some solutions to those restrictions and try to kind of curb your discouragement when it comes to getting a message like this. So initially when I got this message, for one, Deborah Keone brought it to my attention because she had heard other people getting this. She watches a bunch of other YouTubers, and I just hadn't got to my email yet that day. And so she shot me a message and said, hey, do you know anything about this? And sure enough, I went to my email and there it was. So let me go ahead and read it for you. Hello from Fulfillment by Amazon. We're closely monitoring the developments of the COVID-19 and its impact to our customers, selling partners, and employees. I got this on Tuesday, March 7th at 8 a.m. We're seeing an increased online shopping, and as a result, some products such as household staples and medical supplies are out of stock. With this in mind, we are temporarily prioritizing household staples, medical supplies, and other high-demand products coming to our fulfillment center so that we can more quickly receive, restock, and deliver these products to customers. For products other than these, we have temporarily disabled shipment creation. You can't send them to FBA, but you can merch fulfill them on Amazon. We're taking a similar approach with retail vendors. So the big guys have the same deal. This will be in effect through April 5th, 2020. We'll let you know once we resume regular operations. Shipments created before the 17th will still be received. So if you shipped anything last week, you'll be fine. And then they have a help page. They said don't call them because they'll basically give you the same info. They're actually going to hire 100,000 new employees. And so hopefully by the 5th, we'll be able to just start sending stuff in regularly. Now, those categories are baby products, health and household, beauty and personal care, including personal care appliances, grocery, industrial and scientific, and pet supplies. So those are the categories, but not exclusively those categories. It's certain things in those categories that you can send in. So just remember, you can still merch and fulfill things. You'll actually see me put a video out this weekend where I actually will merch fulfill quite a bit of clothing items on Amazon. I've listed a ton of new things on Poshmark, but here's one thing I wanted to give you as a solution and an encouragement. Start listing on some of those other platforms that you have not had a chance to list on. So I put stuff on Poshmark, but not as swiftly as normal. And because I wasn't sending a shipment to Amazon, I actually listed about 36, 37 new items on Poshmark yesterday. And so that's something that I did that I normally wouldn't do. I would wait and put those in a box. And so when you see that clothing unboxing from Via Trading, you'll be able to buy basically all of those things in my Poshmark store because almost everything is on my Poshmark store. And so that's something that's new. I've started adding more things to Hooked on Pickin and platforms that I know are not going to be affected at all. I did actually sell 2 toys that I put on Merch Fulfill. I put them on Tuesday. And I sold 2 things already. And so don't think just because you're merch fulfilling it that you're not going to get the buy box and you're not going to be able to sell it. You can still sell items. And so don't let this discourage you. Also, look into some things that you haven't quite gotten to. Make yourself a list of platforms you want to investigate. Feel free to give me a call for a consultation call. If you're still interested in Amazon, like I said, I just sold 2 things merch fulfill. So that's good, and the one thing that really helps that is I don't sell very much merch fulfill. So anytime I get a customer complaint, you're supposed to be under a certain percentage for customer complaints. If you get one and you don't sell hardly anything merch fulfill, then that really increases the percentage. And sometimes you can put your account at risk just because you don't sell very much merchant fulfill. So the more you sell merchant fulfill, the more it kind of spreads out your percentage anytime you get a negative feedback on there. So just be real good in shipping everything on time. You do have to answer questions within 24 hours, and you do have to ship within 24 hours on merchant fulfill. So just be aware of those things and take into consideration how much they're going to pay you for shipping. Most of the time, it's $5 or less. So even if it costs you $8 to ship it, they're only going to give you $5. So just be aware of that when pricing your items and deciding whether or not to list. You may just want to list it on eBay or Poshmark or your own website or Facebook Marketplace if it's not going to have a lot of profit margin.
This would be a perfect time also to do inventory.
Yes.
If you do this business long enough, and right now we need to do inventory, we have items, especially eBay, things that they fell off the listing. We were like, I don't even want to repost that anymore. But did I remove the item from the shelf? No.
Yeah, we've probably got about 5 or 10 items sitting on the shelves over here that...
Or more.
Yeah, that we don't even have listed. And so that's one thing that we're planning on doing. And so kind of cleaning up, we'll have to sit down and do our regular taxes. So we'll have the time to do that.
Yep.
Things like that. So...
Yep. There's plenty of things that you can do in this difficult time.
Yeah. So just make a list, kind of a honey-do list for your reselling business. That's a really good option. Start investigating those platforms that are still working good. If you're not getting crazy amounts of sales, Poshmark, you make sure you're sharing. But those other platforms, just know that everything is a little bit slow except for essentials right now, just because of, the state of people's mindset right now. But hopefully this is an encouragement to you that I'm kind of stepping out of my normal routine and listing more on Poshmark. Usually we have some other people that help us list some things on Poshmark, but I did a lot of it yesterday. I'm trying to stay quickly on top of shipping. That would be something I would recommend, is make sure you stay on top of your shipping. I don't know if that will be affected in the future or whatever. I'm hoping that just in a couple weeks everything kind of returns to normal. So and take some family time.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Nancy has a craft idea with her kids. She says she's making virus t-shirts. Use paint, markers, whatever, and draw your virus. Yeah, I guess that's a fun thing for the kids. Ron says, how are your sales lately? Poshmark sales down. Amazon doing okay, actually.
Yeah, we're doing everything that's still at the warehouse for Amazon.
Yeah, it's selling.
Is still selling.
So.
We just can't send anything new in. And like I said, we're still...
Hooked on Pickin doing decent.
Yeah, and remember, we're still offering the 10% off as of the end of today for my Hooked on Pickin. So the only thing you have to do is put in the code HOOK10. HOOK 10 if you want 10% off on anything on my Hooked on Pickin store, and that includes reseller guides. So
let's see. Harold says, did you ever get your scanner to stop shutting off? I have the same one and it's driving me crazy. The booklet it came with was no help.
Yes, I did. The biggest thing is I have to leave it plugged in, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to just order a new one and return that one.
Oh, well, it unplugged and it's working good now.
Oh, it unplugged?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so yeah.
I don't think it was,
okay.
I'm guessing it wasn't charged well enough.
Yes, it kept beeping on us, and so I just plugged it in overnight. And if you don't have the plug that comes with it, it uses one of the printer power cords.
Right.
The little square end kind of thing.
Wally says, what kind of movies do you watch? Do you use a lot of Netflix or Disney Plus, or you have any DVDs to watch with your kids?
Okay, so we watch Amazon Prime videos, Netflix. Yep. We have Hulu because we get it free with our internet service.
Right.
And we have also Spectrum TV that we watch some downloadable.
To be honest with you, our kids do more
YouTube,
watching YouTube, which is strange. When I grew up, we watched cartoons and sitcom shows.
We should sit down and watch like a bunch of Looney Tunes and stuff like that. That would be fun. Little House on the Prairie.
Well, so our church just got Right Now Media that has all kinds of awesome Bible studies. It's got some good movies on there, lots of kids content that's all clean. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested, check them out, Right Now Media.
Ooh, I do know also kind of equivalent to Netflix is another streaming service called PureFlix, and that's going to be all clean, wholesome, family-oriented movies with like good morals kind of
Correct.
So-
Let's see. Hope says hi.
Hi, Hope.
April says, hi, I love watching you guys. Hope says, I enjoy watching you guys. Sherry says, I'm just started to sell on eBay from Canada.
Awesome.
It's a learning curve, but have no thoughts to do Amazon right now.
We're also going to be doing our normal live unboxing tomorrow at noon. So we're going to do a via trading case pack of licensed sports clothing.
Yes.
Okay. No sports teams are running, but you can buy some clothes. But, yeah, I think so too. And I think you still have sports fans. So so we're going to be doing that. It has 75 different clothing items, and I don't know what sports, if it's going to be hockey, basketball, all that stuff. So tune in tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. If you can't be here during the live, then go ahead and watch it after the fact. But we will be here doing that live unboxing, and then of course on Saturday we will have a the listing video for that and where we're sending all of those things. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing a Honcho Wholesale shoes box.
Yes.
Yep. So Sunday, you'll see a Honcho Wholesale shoes box. It will be enormous and huge. It's like double the size of a normal case.
Yes.
So you'll have to check that out.
Yes, indeed.
So we still have our normal unboxings going on.
Yes, we do. Angie says, hey, everyone, I'm so late. God's Third Acre says, I'm late, but I made it. I have my opportunity pile to list.
Your opportunity
Every
pile.
reseller has it. Michelle says it's good. It's a good time to relist on Poshmark too. Anything listed over 30 days ago, delete and list again. Add new details, one new photo, and a catchy title. I'm doing that. And those items are selling now. Isn't that interesting? It's probably an algorithm thing.
Yeah.
I don't really do that, but it's, hey, if it works for you, go for it.
Yeah, we make price adjustments and stuff like that. That's a great idea.
Anytime I do a price adjustment, it seems like, boom, things will start selling. Yeah. I don't know why exactly. So I don't adjust it down very much, but it
sends a notification to anybody who has hearted or liked the item.
Yeah. Let's see here. Maddie says, I just watched about Mercari, I think, and I really don't like using them to sell on because to get your money, you need the buyer to say accept when it gets delivered just to get your money.
Okay, just so you're aware, that's the exact same thing on Poshmark. But if it goes 3 days after delivery, I believe, and they have not responded or sent any kind of notification, Mercari will still give you the money. I think it's 3 or 5 days.
Well, that's what Poshmark does.
That's what Poshmark does.
I don't know what Mercari does, but
so correct me if I'm wrong on that Mercari comment, but I'm pretty sure if they don't give any kind of feedback, then you still will get your money. It's just delayed about a week.
Yep. Let's see. Janice says, hello from Chicago. You guys rock.
Awesome. Thanks.
Let's see. Super Fast says, do you think you guys could do a video on making a home pantry? I guess it's not exactly our wheelhouse, but I guess we could.
We're actually going to go and inventory how much food we have right now.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Yeah. You know, we're pretty good on that. Wally says, everybody's on here. Stay safe and have a great day. Spend as much time you can with your kids if you can. If they don't drive you nuts, you won't end up killing them. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Wally. Michelle says, same for Mercari. Vicky says, Mercari is 3 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they don't keep your money, you know.
It just delays it if they don't respond.
I think it's an encouragement for them to
give feedback.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, we are caught up on questions.
Perfect. So hopefully we gave you some encouragement and some solutions to do during this time of change.
Yes. Let not your heart be troubled.
Yes.
God knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. Your business will survive. Hang in there.
Yep. And do some things differently, you know, kind of think outside the box, spend a ton of time with your family. Right. Thanks for all the suggestions for board games. Hopefully our suggestions have been encouraging. You can still buy stuff online. I think it takes a couple more days to get stuff from Amazon as it did before just because they're kind of overwhelmed. But hopefully with the hiring of a bunch of new...
Thank you for the Coke Zero donations.
Yes, thank you so much. And Mark, keep working on that dead pile, and God's Third Acre, get working on that opportunity pile. I love how you both called it basically different things. Dead pile, opportunity pile. So hopefully it's been fun. Of course, watch all my videos. I'm still putting out a video a day. And so we hope to see you here tomorrow at noon for the live unboxing. If not, go ahead and leave a comment after you do get to watch the unboxing. And of course, don't forget, if you need some encouragement, you can go to our Westgate Baptist Church live stream page on Facebook and watch the devotional put out by our associate pastor. And then, of course, watch normal services at 10:15 on Sunday. Even while this is all happening, they'll still be doing a normal streaming service. So hopefully it's been fun and you guys learned some stuff and you guys were encouraged and entertained. And thanks for all the coffee. I'll stop talking so fast. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins.